Happy New Year and welcome back to my channel. I am excited about this video today because today we are going to talk about bulk tumbler orders, discounts, pricing, etc., etc. I thought that this was an important topic to touch on because I do see in a lot of groups like, oh, this person ordered 20 tumblers. They asked if I had a discount, XYZ, and I thought it would be useful to do a little video on it. Now in this video, I am making 13 personalized glitter pencil tumblers. This is a gift to all the daycare teachers at my son's daycare because they have been fantastic throughout this pandemic. My son loves going there, so I wanted to make them something special. My mom at this point is helping me make these tumblers. This is her first time, but it was easy enough to instruct her on what to do. But let's go ahead and get down to the nitty-gritty details about bulk tumblers and ordering and things like that. So what I'm going to do is going to compare 13 tumblers in cost to one tumbler in cost. Some of these are going to be estimated because I didn't go into too much detail, but at some points I did go into a lot of detail. So at this point, what I did was I unboxed all 13 tumblers. These are 20-ounce skinnies. These are new ones at Griffin blanks. These are the ones that Stainless Steel Depot had discontinued a long time ago and made me switch to Griffin blanks, whom I love. And they have the twist top lids with the straw, and they're amazing. So anywho, so I took them all out, and while I was cutting the vinyl for the templates that I got from LB Creates, my mom was sanding the tumblers and wiping them down with alcohol to prep them. After we put the templates on all of the tumblers, we then took off piece by piece what we wanted to do. So first we took off the eraser part, which is the pink part, and we painted that with like a neon pink from Pop-Up Color Paints. All of the paints I'm using will be listed below, but they are all Pop-Up Color Paints. So I took off the top part first, and then once all of those were done, I took off the metal part because I didn't want it to stick too much or dry or crack or peel when I was taking it off. And then I took off the wood grain part, which is what I'm doing now. And then basically we just kept doing this until it was done. Pop-Up Color Paint is a great adhesive for glitter. Sometimes you have to do small pieces or small parts at a time. I will say it works better when you sand and prep your tumbler, but I've heard people say that it works just fine for them painting it on a straight up tumbler. I will also say that lighter colors like yellow or any of the neon colors or bright colors need a initial coat of paint and then the paint to adhere to the glitter. I did have to redo the pink parts because some of them just did not look right to me. So there's that. But everything else was great. It just was a matter of if I had done an initial coat of the pink and then put on another layer of the pink and then adhered the glitter, I wouldn't have had an issue. So once we were done doing this, I let everything dry. I put them all on my tumbler turner, and I did quick coat from CCDIY on all of them so that when I did do that first coat of epoxy, it wouldn't mush all the colors together. So when talking about bulk orders, while people expect a discount when they order a lot of things most of the time, that's not always applicable to handcrafted goods because it's still going to take you the same amount of time. It may not take you the same cost of materials because you're doing it all at once, but and using, multiple things at a time. So when I do a coat of epoxy, instead of with one cup, I'm using one glove, one stir stick, one cup. It's the same thing when I epoxied all 13 tumblers. I was using one glove, one cup, and one stir stick. So when doing this, you have to take into consideration the amount of time it's going to take you and the cost of your materials. Now, if they're ordering 20 cups and every single one is a different design, that's going to be a different story because you're going to be using different materials. It's going to take you different time for each cup. But since these are all the same cup, the only customization is the color of the pencil part and the name on the cup. I did use different vinyls throughout, so there was that slight customization, but overall it was the same process and the same cost of materials for each cup. Now, if we're breaking down cost, 1 cup from Griffin Blanks, one of these 20 ounces, is approximately, I think it was like $8.25. If you use my discount code listed below, that's 10% off. Ordering 13 of them, it cost about $96.52 with my discount code. And then you have to account for the sanding and prep. So with 1 cup, it may only take you 30 seconds to 2 minutes versus 13 cups, it may take you 20 to 30 minutes. Maybe. And then the pop of color paints. So bringing down the pop of color paints, it is for 4 ounces, so 1 jar, it's $7.95. That is about 120 milliliters. So that means that I estimated that it was about 30 milliliters a cup of paint to cover the full thing, including some of the double layers. So it cost me about $26 for all 13 cups. Then you have the painting and glittering. So with my mom helping me, it took 3 hours to just glitter and paint. Just that part, not the prepping, not anything else. So I assumed with just myself, if it was just me or one person doing it, it would maybe take about 5 to 6 hours to do. Then you have your vinyl template that you have to take into consideration. All of these have different colors, but I recommend just getting a big old roll of Oracal, like a white or a beige or a tan for when you do templates. That way you're not wasting your good colors. I thought I had one, but I ran out. So then the glitter I'm using is both BAMF Customs and Peachy Olive glitter. I use different ones. And estimating the cost of glitter can be pretty complicated and confusing when it comes to putting it on a cup. So you have to take into consideration where you're buying the glitter from and how they're selling the glitter. Are they selling it in 1 ounce increments? Are they selling it by weight or by volume? That's something that you have to take into consideration. Now, Peachy Olive Glitters sells it by weight. BAMF Customs sells it by volume. So me, I enjoy math. I have an associate's degree in math. I love Excel. So this was something that it took me a little bit to figure out and get all the details that I needed. But basically what you need to do is get the surface area of your cup, which for this 20 ounce tumbler, the surface area of the cup is about 80.44 square inches. Okay, that's the surface area. Now I am going to have a blog that will have all this information, the formulas, the websites I use to get formulas that I didn't feel like doing the math for, will all be listed in that because it'll just be easier. And it'll have the breakdown of the time, the cost, and everything else. So basically with that surface area, you find out how much space the glitter is going on. Now, if you're using polyester glitter goes farther than plastic craft glitter. So for BAMF Customs, it's an average of, I don't even know. I thought I had it written down, but I don't. Okay, so I did, Peachy Olive is about 18 cents a gram, and BAMF Customs is about 21 cents a gram. So I converted BAMF Customs to by weight so that it can be equal. I added up all the glitters together because I'm covering the entire cup. I found the average cost was 19 cents a gram. And so that way I was able to find out what the cost was for glitter on these cups. Now, obviously it's an estimated cost because I did not break down each single glitter, but glitter covers approximately 100 square feet per pound. So, and that is via BAMF Customs. They have that information on their website. So that is about 14,400 square feet. So that's what you have to take into consideration. Then you have the epoxy you have to take into consideration, the quick coat, which is what I'm doing here. So with 1 cup, again, I would be using 1 brush, 1 dispenser cup, 1 glove, and be done. But since I'm doing 13 cups, I'm also using the same amount of materials. So if you're at the end, when you divide it per cup, the cost for the 13 cups per cup is less than just 1 single cup. So again, something to take into consideration. So let's go ahead and break down all the costs for everything in the last few minutes of this video. All right. So 13 cups versus 1 cup epoxy. It costs approximately $3.40 a cup to include materials and actual epoxy, which I used CCDIY's Ultra Clear Fast Set, versus 1 cup, it would cost approximately $6.12. So that's about a $3 difference per cup. 1 cup versus 13. Now for vinyl, you have the template, the lines, the name, and the transfer tape. For the template, it was about 69 cents a cup, both 13 and single. And then for the lines and the name, it was about the same, which is $8.83 a cup. And then for the transfer tape for 13 cups, it was about 50 cents a cup since I'm reusing it. And then about $1.63 for the 1 cup. Again, we already talked about the cost of the tumblers. For quick coat, it costs about $3.80 per cup for all 13 cups and $3.90 for 1 cup. For the glitter, it's going to be the same, 48 cents a cup, whether bulk or single. The Pop Color paint is 22 cents a cup for the bulk amount and 25 cents for the single cup. Now let's talk about the time it takes. It took me approximately 625 minutes to do the bulk order of cups, whereas it probably would have taken about 2 hours to do the single cup of active working time. So at $12 an hour, it would have cost about $125 total to do the bulk cups and $25 to do the single cup in labor. So the total cost of the bulk amount of cups is $450 and $54 for the single cup. The estimated retail is about $55 a cup and $71 per cup for the single. So there is a difference. Now, I am, again, going to have a blog that'll break this down so that you can see. But if you're giving a discount, I would not give any more than 15%, because that way you still have a $300 profit on like these 13 pencil cups, and you're not gypping yourself. If you did a 10% discount, you would still have almost $400 in profit. So again, make sure that you are charging your worth. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment below what you think. Check out my blog, and I will see you guys next time.